Good evening and welcome to the April 22nd, 2024 meeting of the Florissant City Council. Please stand and join the council in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Sure. Manganelli?
Here.
Egan?
Here.
Caputa? Here. Shildroth? Here. O'Donnell? Here. Pagano? Parson? Siam? Harris? Here.
Let the record reflect that a quorum is present. Approval of the meeting minutes. Next item on the agenda is the approval of the meeting minutes. Are there any corrections or additions to the meeting minutes of April 8th, 2024? Seeing none, Councilman Parson makes a motion to accept those minutes and is seconded by Mr. Shildroth. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And the meeting minutes are approved. Next item on the agenda is the city clerk will provide the oath of office to the newly re-elected council members. If you are re-elected, if you'll be so kind as to step forward. Should we get an order? 1, 3, 5, 6, 9, 12, 15. Oh, 1 second.
Hello.
Should be on.
That's it.
Is the wireless? Oh, I thought I clicked it on right left.
Yep.
Okay. Raise your right hand, please. Do you state your name?
Joe Egan.
Solemnly swear that you possess all of the qualifications for your position as council member, as prescribed by the Charter of the City of Florissant, that you will support the Constitution, the laws of the United States, and the state of Missouri, and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Florissant, and that you will faithfully perform the duties of your office.
I do. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you all. The next item on the business is the election of council officers. I nominate Mr. Robert Parson for the office of council president. That is seconded by Mr. Shildroth. Councilman Parson, do you accept this nomination? Yes, I do. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Mr. Parson has been elected as a council president. Are there any other nominations from the floor for office of president? Vice President. Mr. Parson.
Yes, I would like to nominate Councilman Andrew Harris as Vice President.
That is seconded. Nomination for Mr. Harris as Vice President, seconded by Mr. Caputa. Is there any discussion? Mr. Harris, do you accept that nomination? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And Councilman Harris is now the Vice President of the Council. Are there any other nominations on the floor for a position of Vice President? Congratulations, Mr. Harris. We will now take a 5-minute break to reseat the council.
All right. Next item on the agenda is a proclamation for the 55th Annual Professional Municipal Clerks Week presented by Mayor Lowry. And it's going to be read by Councilman O'Donnell. You can go ahead. Go over. Oh, that would help, wouldn't it? Yeah. Move to.
Whereas the office of the professional municipal clerk, a time-honored and vital part of local government, exists throughout the world, and whereas the office of the professional municipal clerk is the oldest among public servants and serves as the information center on functions of local government and community, and whereas the office of the professional municipal clerk provides the professional link between the citizens, the local governing bodies, and agencies of government at other levels, and whereas professional municipal clerks have pledged to be ever mindful of their neutrality and impartiality, rendering equal service to all, and whereas professional municipal clerks continually strive to improve the administration of the affairs of the office of the professional municipal clerk through participation in educational programs, seminars, workshops, and the annual meetings of their state, provincial, county, and international professional organizations. And whereas it is most appropriate that we recognize the accomplishments of the office of the professional municipal clerk now, therefore, I, Timothy J. Lowry, Mayor of the City of Florissant, Missouri, do hereby recognize the 55th Annual Professional Municipal Clerks Week as May 5th through May 11th, and further extend appreciation to our professional municipal clerk, Karen Goodwin, and to all professional municipal clerks. And witness whereof I hereunto set my hand and cause to be affixed the seal of the City of Florissant, Missouri, this 22nd day of April 2024.
Okay, yeah, we're good. So really, I mean, I didn't know she did all those things, to be honest with you. No, absolutely, I'm just kidding. Karen does an outstanding job for the city, and honestly, really the backbone of what happens here at the city goes through Karen and her office, and certainly we appreciate everything that she does, not only myself, but I know the council, as that's their direct point of contact here at City Hall. And so thank you for what you do. Thank you for what your office does. Savannah does an excellent job as your assistant in your entire office. So everything that you've done in your 20 plus years with the City of Florissant, and we really sincerely appreciate what you do. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Congratulations, Karen. Definitely appreciate you. Next, we have on the agenda hearings from citizens. This is a time to speak to the council on any issue, not necessarily on the agenda, for up to 3 minutes. This is not a question and answer period, so if you would like to speak to a council member or the mayor, please stay until after the meeting is over. If you are here to speak on a public hearing, please wait and speak when the public hearing is announced. Do we have any yellow cards that have been turned in? We do have one. Be a little patient. Okay, Mr. Richard Rapp, if you can please come forward, sir. Please state your name for the record and your city of residence.
My name is Richard Rapp. I live at 1370 Arlington Drive in Florissant, Missouri, 63033.
You may proceed, sir.
Sorry. The city of Florissant has a rat problem, which is getting worse every year. During the summer of 2022 and 2023, it was not unusual for me to see packs of rats running around in the back of Paddock Hills Plaza during midday. The reason that we have a rat problem is twofold. There's a lack of predation and the annual influx of rats from Canada. This happens every year before the Great Avian Migration. This past run, I counted 53 rats going up the Cold Creek waterway off of Paddock and
Take your time, sir.
Paddock and off of Patterson and Paddock and Thunderbird. They can go all the way from the Missouri River to the Little Creek Wildlife Area, and then they go overland to where the river hits 270. They don't go to the confluence area because there are too many raptors, wading birds, and large fish that would find a tired rat down by the water's edge to be a tasty meal. I think we need to try and reintroduce as many avian predatory species, that is raptors, as we can. Raptors live in snags. Snags is the proper term for a dead tree that is still standing. There is a city ordinance against people having snags on their property. And to be real honest with you, the American eagle's coming back too, and they need a place to live, and they live in snags as well. That's really about it. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Rapp. Appreciate it. Is there anyone else? Okay, next we will move on to the next item on the agenda, which is communications, of which there are none. Next we have on the agenda public hearings, and we have public hearing number 2404-014. Ms. Clerk.
In accordance with Section 405.125 of the Florissant Zoning Code, a public hearing will be held by the City Council of Florissant, Missouri in the council chambers at 955 Rue St. Francois on Monday, April 22nd, 2024 at 7 p.m. on the following proposition. To amend special use permit number 8850 for Behind the Eight Ball LLC to allow for an amendment to operating hours, sign banners, string lighting for the property located at 1165 North Highway 67. Citizens will have an opportunity to be heard. Anyone with special needs should contact the city clerk at least 5 days before said public hearing by calling 839-7630 or email cityclerk@florissantmo.com.
The petitioner is present. Can you please come forward?
Okay.
Good evening. Can you please state your name?
Yeah, my name is Darrell Wallace.
All right, Mr. Wallace, if you can, please give us your presentation.
Yeah, I just simply asked to extend my business hours on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays for 3 reasons. One, we're trying to attract league play, and leagues they typically go past 11 o'clock, so we didn't want to gamble on being open and being on the wrong side of City Hall if they went past my current hours are 11 to 11 right now. And then it gives us a chance to also increase our revenue, because during the day it's kind of slow, as you would imagine. I mean, I get some retirees, but Thursday, Friday, and Saturday typically when people come out and shoot pool and whatnot. And like I said, league play, our hours are not conducive to that because they typically go past 11 o'clock. So,
Okay.
and it's just those 3 days of the week we want to amend, not the rest of the week.
All right.
And the reason for the banners is we sit so far back off the street, it's kind of like I have a sign and we have lights. At night it's not as bad, but during the daytime it's like, we've heard several times, like, how long you guys been here? You know, so it's like we sit so far off the main road that banners, when they go to Kingston 10, I literally sit outside and just kind of play with people like, hey, you come to shoot pool? They say, I didn't even know it's a pool hall. So banners would help kind of promote that as well. And in my meeting with the planning and zoning, I think they said if we did like 180 days, anything will help try to attract attention. So that was our purpose. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go on to the questions. We have Mr. Caputa. Oh, I'm sorry. The name's Mr. Egan. I apologize.
Thank you, Mr. President.
All right.
Good evening, Mr. Walsh. How are you this evening?
I'm fine, sir. Yourself?
I got a couple questions regarding this for you. Currently, you have a full liquor license. Is that correct?
No, just beer and wine only.
You have beer and wine only?
Yep, per Florissant.
My question is really not for you in as much as I talked to the chief, and he explained to me that, to his knowledge, there's not been any problems up there, which is good.
Yes.
But I'm always worried about staying open till 1 o'clock since you do have a liquor license. My concern would be, would we have more aspects of maybe more fights or issues like that? My question is not really for you as much as for the city attorney, who I really didn't get to review. I had sent you a question. Could we as a council grant him this business hour extension on a temporary basis, let's say 4 months, to see how that goes? Because we've already granted him a liquor license, and I'm not necessarily against trying to increase his revenue, and I can see where on Friday or Saturday night that might be an issue, but I just don't want to know if I'm ready to go all in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't think that you can, Councilmember. I think that the city has considered things like that before on an administrative side, where essentially the city says, we'll let you try it, but it's not written into an ordinance like a special use permit.
Okay. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening.
Good evening.
Darryl, good to see you again. So you mentioned that league play typically doesn't start till evening or early evening, because people get off work and it takes a while, and then the unfolding of that is a process that sometimes would go past your present closing time. But so 1 o'clock, but we were kind of discussing 1 o'clock is not necessarily a hard number, that you think that maybe by midnight the league would have ample opportunity to be complete.
That's fine. Yeah, that would
So
work.
is that possible that we could?
We'll give it a try. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to talk you into
Yeah,
anything
it's not
publicly,
hard. 1 o'clock is not a hard sell. Even my partner, she was kind of like, she was okay with it at first, but then after reflection, she was kind of like, yeah, I'm not wanting to stay open at 1. So, yeah, so 12 midnight would be, I think that would give them ample time to wrap it up.
So if we made an adjustment to midnight, think you'd be open to that?
I'm easy, yes.
Okay. Can we talk, and I know you spelled out with what you presented, but maybe just descriptively with the lights and the signs. I know the banners would go on the exterior. Would they hang down on that banner or that rail?
It's like a retaining wall, and then it's a
Right.
railing. So we just put them on both sides out, not past our property, just 2 banners maximum. One
So
on
would
each
it
side.
hang for the rail and the masonry? Would it cover that whole?
Yes, it would just
Something-
be, yeah, and it'd be more eye level because we do have a sign, but when people going down Lindbergh, they're not really looking up that high. You know, it's just
Yeah.
like it would be more eye level. And we think that would help attract.
And then how would the lighting work again? Could you kind of explain that?
Actually, we don't even want lighting. We changed, on the planning and zoning meeting, they mentioned lighting, and we don't want lighting in the windows. We think at night it's fine. With the current lights, we have like a little Budweiser signs and things like that. It's enough attention at night. It's just during the day, it's not really as visible.
Okay.
So we're okay with the lighting. And we didn't want to put any lighting outside at all. If anything, it would be in the interior along the windows, maybe. But right now, we're not even entertaining that.
Well, I'm glad your business is successful and
It's-
you're trying to do this.
It's going okay so far.
Yeah, good. Well, thank you for approaching and requesting for that extension, rather than just take it on your own to
Yeah,
do
we
it.
didn't want to be on the wrong side of City Hall. We didn't want to assume that we could just change our hours, so that's why we asked, yeah.
Thank you for that. That's all, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Once again, I'm a little late to the party. All my questions have been answered.
All right, Councilwoman Pagano.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, yourself?
Okay, I do have some concerns with the 1 a.m., so, and Councilman O'Donnell handled that all really well as far as answering some of my questions. No lights, right?
Yeah, we're not going to do anything.
Okay, good. So that was one. And the other was the banners. Are these vinyl banners?
Yes, one of our distributors said they can give us banners, and my partner, she's in marketing, so it's going to be tasteful. It's not going to be like nothing I've seen or nothing like, just kind of draw attention like pool balls, and just so people kind of actually know if they're driving by, they can see what it is.
And they're going to be on the building themselves?
On the railings in front of the
On
building.
the rail?
Mhm, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you want 2 of them?
Just
correct?
two.
One on each side of the
Yes,
door?
ma'am. Yeah, 2 maximum, yeah.
All right. All right, that's all I needed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Councilman Harris.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening.
How you doing?
Again, had some questions about lights and banners. Most of my questions answered, but I do want to follow up a little bit more with the condition of these banners. So first of all, we have some photos in here in our packet, and they're like little triangle. Is there already a string of banners on there? That's not what you're talking about, right?
No, and I didn't put those there.
Okay.
I did not put those there.
So the depiction in the photos is just to show the front.
It'd be like a 3
yeah.
by 10, like a 3 by 10 banner.
Okay.
Vinyl, yeah.
Okay. And then, so if that were to fade or start to look, would you replace it?
For sure, we're about our
Okay.
image as well. I mean, we're not looking for anything tacky. I mean, my whole
Yeah.
presentation, if you come into my establishment, is clean. I mean, we've gotten
Yeah,
compliments about just we maintain our property, we maintain our materials, our product. So definitely branding is key for us, and we wouldn't
Okay.
want anything faded or ripped or anything like that anyway.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Mayor Lowry.
Yeah, going back to what Councilman Egan had stated or asked, as you guys remember recently, I did an administrative extension on 1219 of the restaurant, and I think that was a period of 3 months. So that's something that the council would like me to do. I'd certainly be willing to do that with the city attorney's approval on that. But we did just recently do that, and as you guys remember, that went through 3 months, and we didn't have any issues there. So you guys went ahead and granted the extension. That's all.
Okay. Let's go back to Councilwoman Pagano.
Yes, and I have a question about the banners, and again, does this follow our sign ordinance about hanging them outside? Because that's sort of one of my worries. Unless he goes for a permit for, what is it, 6 months, 6 weeks, or something like a grand opening that you can have banners. But I didn't think businesses could place banners outside of the building or the windows.
Ms. Graves, you have a response.
I'm looking.
On our sign ordinance, I'm just, and I didn't have a minute to look at it.
Let's give Ms. Graves a little bit of time here. I'll move on to Councilman Egan.
Thank you again, Mr. President. In regards to the mayor's statement about a 3-month administrative consideration, I would be for that. I'd like to see midnight, if that's agreeable. I thought that did I hear Mr. O'Donnell say midnight earlier? I would like to see that. I would be supportive of maybe in the future granting his license further if you have that 3-month period where there's no issues.
Sure.
I would personally be for that. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Graves, if you need some more time, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not going to have it at this moment.
Okay. That'll
But
be
if you
something.
do the administrative, we'll certainly, or I can get it quicker.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right. Any further discussion from the council? I guess not. Okay. Before we close this public hearing, is there anyone in the audience who would like to comment on this public hearing? Seeing no comments, Councilman O'Donnell moves to close this public hearing, seconded by Councilman Siam. All in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Okay, motion carried, and this public hearing is closed. Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you.
Fox.
Thanks for the time.
All right, let's go on to public hearing number 2404015. Is the petitioner present? This is for, I'm sorry. Yeah, it would help. Sorry.
In accordance with Section 405.115 of the Florissant Zoning Code, a public hearing will be held by the City Council of Florissant, Missouri, in the council chambers at 955 Rue St. Francois on Monday, April 22nd, 2024, at 7 p.m. on the following proposition: to authorize a special use permit for Tanya Hester, DBA Cafe Noco, to allow for a restaurant in a B1 local shopping district for the property located at 3343 Parker Spur Road. Citizens will have an opportunity to be heard. Anyone with special needs should contact City Clerk at least 5 days before said public hearing by calling 839-7630 or email cityclerk@florissantmo.com.
Is the petitioner present here tonight? Don't believe so. I guess I'd like to make a motion to continue this public hearing to the next regularly scheduled meeting. Seconded by Mr. Councilman Shildroff. All those in favor? All those opposed? All right, and the ayes have it. So let's go on to old business. The next item on the agenda is old business. The first item is bills for second reading. First, I will move to amend the agenda to add bill number 9970 back to the agenda under second readings. Do I have a second to that motion? Okay, seconded by Councilman Egan. All those in favor? All those opposed? That motion carried. Let's start with bill number 9968. Sorry. Oh, okay. Councilman Siam moves for a second reading, seconded by Councilman Egan. Any discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed?
Ordinance to amend B5 ordinance number 5885, as amended for Lotta Land LLC, DBA Lottawada Creek Chicken Shack, to allow for the interior and exterior modification of the property located at 14065 New Halsford Road.
Councilman Siam moves for a third reading, seconded by Councilman Manganelli. All those in favor? All those opposed?
Ordinance to amend B5 ordinance number 5885 as amended for Lotta Land LLC, DBA Lottawada Creek Chicken Shack, to allow for the interior and exterior modifications for the property located at 14065 New Halls Ferry Road.
Before the final vote is taken, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this bill? Seeing none, and hearing none, are there any further comments by the council? Okay, Kirk, can you please poll the council?
Yes. Manganelli? Yes. Egan? Yes. Caputa? Yes. Shildroth? Yes. O'Donnell? Yes. Pagano? Parson?
Yes.
Siam? Yes. Harris?
All right, bill number 9968 passes and becomes ordinance number 8974. All right, next we have bill number 9969. Councilman Caputa moves for a second reading, seconded by Councilman Shildroff. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed?
Ordinance to amend special use permit number 3086 for Morello's Convenience Food Mart Incorporated, DBA MC Food Mart, to allow for canopy and sign changes for the property located at 425 North Highway 67.
Motion to third by Councilman Caputa, seconded by Councilman Harris. All in favor? Aye. All those opposed?
Ordinance to amend special use permit number 3086 for Morello's Convenience Food Mart Incorporated, DBA MC Food Mart, to allow for canopy and sign changes for the property located at 425 North Highway 67.
Okay, before the final vote is taken, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this bill? Okay, hearing none, clerk, can you please poll the council?
Manganelli? Yes. Egan? Yes. Caputa? Yes. Shildroth? Yes. O'Donnell? Yes. Pagano? Yes. Parson?
Yes.
Siam? Yes. Harris? Yes.
All right. Bill number 9969 passes and becomes ordinance number 8975. Bill number 9970. Councilman Manganelli moves for a second reading, seconded by Councilman O'Donnell. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed?
Ordinance to authorize the transfer of special use permit number 8240 from Jake Murr, LLC, DBA DC Liquors, to J. Uma 2, LLC, DBA Tipsy Turtle 2, located at 39 Florissant Oak Shopping Center for the operation of a packaged liquor store.
Councilman Manganelli moves for a third reading, seconded by Councilman Egan. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed?
Ordinance to authorize a transfer of special use permit number 8240 from Jake Murr, LLC, DBA DC Liquors, to J. Uma 2, LLC, DBA Tipsy Turtle 2, located at 39 Florissant Oak Shopping Center for the operation of a packaged liquor store.
All right, before the final vote is taken, is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak on this bill? Okay, hearing none, clerk, can you please poll the council?
Manganelli? Yes. Egan? Yes. Caputa? Yes. Shildroth? Yes. O'Donnell? Yes. Pagano? Yes. Parson?
Yes.
Siam? Yes. Harris? Yes.
All right, bill number 9970 passes and becomes ordinance number 8976. Bill number 9973. Councilman Egan moves for a second reading, seconded by Councilman Caputa. Any discussion? Sorry, all those in favor? Aye. All those opposed?
Ordinance approving the Community Development Block Grant, CDBG Fiscal Year 2024 Annual Action Plan for the City of Florissant, Missouri, and authorizing and directing the mayor to submit such a plan to the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development.
Councilman Shildroth moves for a third reading, seconded by Councilman Siam. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed?
Ordinance approving the Community Development Block Grant, CDBG Fiscal Year 2024 Annual Action Plan for the City of Florissant, Missouri, and authorizing and directing the mayor to submit such a plan to the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development.
All right, before the final vote is taken, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this bill? All right, hearing none, clerk, can you please poll the council?
Manganelli? Yes. Egan? Yes. Caputa? Yes. Shildroth? Yes. O'Donnell? Yes. Pagano? Yes. Parson?
Yes.
Siam? Yes. Harris? Yes.
All right, bill number 9973 passes and becomes ordinance number 8977. The next item on the agenda is new business. The first item under new business is board appointments, which I don't believe we have any. Any mayoral appointments, which we have none. Moving right along. Okay, we move on to requests. Councilman Manganelli moves to approve a request for full package liquor license with tasting for J. Uma 2, LLC, doing business as Tipsy Turtle 2, located at 39 Florissant Oaks Shopping Center. That's seconded by Councilman Siam. Roll call vote, please.
Sir. Manganelli? Yes. Egan? Yes. Caputa? Yes. Shildroth? Yes. O'Donnell? Yes. Pagano? Yes. Parson?
Yes.
Siam? Yes. Harris? Yes.
All right, motion carried and the liquor license is approved. Next item on the agenda is resolutions. Resolution number 1058.
A resolution supporting a grant application to Municipal Parks Grant Commission for a planning grant for the master plan for the park system.
All right. I so move for a second reading. That's seconded by Councilman Harris. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed?
Resolution supporting a grant application for the Municipal Park Grant Commission for planning grant for the master plan for the park system.
I so move for a third reading, seconded by Councilman Caputa. Roll call vote, please, Ms. Councilwoman. I'm sorry, Ms. Clerk.
Did I just get it?
Yeah, you just got promoted or demoted me.
Demoted. Sorry, anyway. Where am I? Manganelli? Yes. Egan? Yes. Caputa? Yes. Shildroth? Yes. O'Donnell? Yes. Pagano? Yes. Parson?
Yes.
Siam? Yes. Harris? Yes. Resolution supporting a grant application to the Municipal Parks Grant Commission for the planning grant for the master plan for the park system.
All right, before the final vote is taken, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this resolution? All right, hearing none, Clerk, can you please poll the council for the final vote?
Yes, sir. Manganelli? Yes. Egan? Yes. Caputa? Yes. Shildroth? Yes. O'Donnell? Yes. Pagano? Yes. Parson?
Yes.
Siam? Yes. Harris? Yes.
All right, resolution number 1058 hereby passes. Bills for first reading. The next item on the agenda is bills for first reading. We have bill number 9974.
Ordinance authorizing an amendment to special use permit number 8850 for Behind the Eight Ball LLC to allow for an amendment to operating hours, sign banners, string lighting for the property located at 1165 North Highway 67.
Bill number 9975.
Ordinance to authorize a special use permit for Tanya.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have that one continued. I'm sorry.
Oh, we do.
Yeah. Do I need to make a motion to continue that also? Okay. I move to continue first reading of bill number 9975, seconded by Councilman Shildroth. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Okay, moving on to bill number 9976.
Ordinance authorizing a transfer of $12,500 from account number 20956100401230029. Hydrospin bikes to account number 20956100400 and 6 zeros. Plans for park grant for the purpose of assisting with the parks grant master plan.
Motion for a second by Councilman Shildroth, seconded by myself. Is there any discussion? Okay, all those in favor? Aye. All those opposed?
Ordinance authorizing a transfer of $12,500 from account number 20956100401230029 Hydrospin bikes to account number 20956100400 plans for park grant for purpose of assisting with the parks master plan.
All right, I hereby move for a third reading, seconded by Councilman Caputa. Roll call vote, please.
Manganelli? Yes. Egan? Yes. Caputa? Yes. Shildroth? Yes. O'Donnell? Yes. Pagano? Yes. Parson?
Yes.
Siam? Yes. Harris? Yes. Ordinance authorizing a transfer of $12,500 from account number 20956100401230029 Hydrospin bikes to account number 20956100400 plans for park grant for the purpose of assisting with the parks master plan.
Okay, I'm sorry, Councilman Egan, did you have any discussion on this matter? Okay, all right, sorry about that.
Previous bill, we're good.
Okay. Before the final vote is taken, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this bill? All right, hearing none, Clerk, can you please poll the council for the final vote?
Manganelli? Yes. Egan? Yes. Caputa? Yes. Shildroth? Yes. O'Donnell? Yes. Pagano? Yes. Parson?
Yes.
Siam? Yes. Harris? Yes.
All right, bill number 9976 passes and becomes ordinance number 8978. The next item on the agenda is council announcements. Let's start with Councilman Manganelli.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just two real quick things. I want to congratulate yourself and Mr. Harris here and your leadership roles on the council. I think you'll do a fantastic job. And I want to thank Joe here for the leadership he provided us over the last 2 years. we were in great hands then as well, and I appreciate the extra effort by all of you. Thanks.
All right. Councilman Caputa.
Thank you, Mr. President. This weekend, Saturday, April 7th, the American Legion Post 444 at 17090 Old Jamestown Road is holding an open house. There will be events for kids. They're going to have food and beverages for sale. Different vendors will be there. So if you have time this Saturday, come on out there. Be nice. It's a nice area. They clean that place up a lot out there. Poured some new concrete out there, so they got a nice patio out there overlooking the river. So it's a good view out there now. So come on out next Saturday for the open house. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Councilman O'Donnell.
I would just like to remind people or announce that it's been out there for a while, but there is a cleanup this Saturday called Blossom and Broom. It's being sponsored by Old Town Partners, and I'm assisting with that. We're going to have a cleanup in advance of Valley of Flowers and specifically the parade route along St. Francis, and the cleanup is going to start at 10 a.m. Across from City Hall at 900 St. Francis. And so we would like to have as many people come as possible to assist in that endeavor. I would also like to extend my congratulations to each of the newly elected or re-elected council persons and echo Mr. Manganelli and congratulating President Parson and Vice President Harris on their election. I would also like to add a personal thank you to Mr. Egan for his service as council president. In a personal sense, for assisting in time and effort. There's a lot of responsibility that goes with that. And one of the things that he took on without necessarily having it put upon him is when I was elected to the council, in the assistance that he provided to me onboarding and kind of bringing me up to speed was invaluable and something that I personally will always be grateful for. So thank you, Mr. Egan.
All right. Thank you, Councilman O'Donnell. I would just like to make a brief announcement. I want to congratulate all of our council representatives that have been reelected and installed here today. I do know that serving the public is a job that can be sometimes difficult, so I appreciate each and every one of you stepping forward and taking on this task for your community. Next, I would like to thank Councilman Egan for his service as president, which has been said before, and all the help and all the devotion that he has made to this community. And next, I would like to thank Councilman Harris for taking on the position of vice president. He could have easily said no, but he said yes. So thank you for taking on that task, and thanks for everyone having the confidence in me to serve as president of your council. And now a message from our mayor.
I really like it. That was great. First, I just want to congratulate the council members who got reelected. I mean, they've done a great job in the years that they've served already, and to everybody on the city council. I mean, they've done a great job sticking together and really moving the city forward. So I really want to congratulate them. Thank Mr. Parson and Mr. Harris for taking their leadership roles. Because believe me, they could just make it easy and just be the councilman of their ward, but instead they stepped up and they want to be leaders in the city. So we certainly appreciate them. So thank you guys. And of course, Mr. Egan's done just an outstanding job the last couple of years directing this council as council president and giving up his time. So we certainly appreciate what you've done. Thanks, Joe. And then just a few other announcements I have. This Sunday at the Florissant Performing Arts Center is the Miss Missouri Senior Pageant. That starts at 2 o'clock at our Performing Arts Center. And of course, next weekend we're getting ready for the Valley of Flowers, which is actually May 2nd through the 5th. And it's at Valley of Flowers. Where did you go to high school? If anybody's wondering, probably not, but Hazelwood Central graduated in 1983, like somebody else in this room. And so it starts May 2nd at the Duchesne Home Association with a family night. And then Friday and Saturday we have events at the Egan Center. And all weekend we have events at the Duchesne Home Association. And of course, Sunday is the parade through Florissant, and the end with the crowning of our 2024 Queen. And also on another event that we do have there, we're going to have the Mayor's Pickleball Rendezvous, which is going to be May the 4th at the Egan Center as part of the Valley of Flowers celebration. And so please come out and see that. They're going to have some great instructors out there, many people I've met, and it'll be a great time just to actually, if you don't play pickleball, learn a little bit more about pickleball. It's a great sport, and a lot of us are playing here now. A couple other things is the Home Improvement Program. Applications for the 2024 Home Improvement Program will be made available already on April the 1st and can be found online at florissantmode.com/CD or the Community Development Office. And we also have the 2024 City of Florissant Beautiful Home Awards, which is now taking place. The nominations for the Beautiful Home Awards program will open on May the 1st, and it's also through the Community Development Division. And that's all I have, Mr. Parson. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Our next regular meeting for the City Council will be on Monday, May the 13th at 7 p.m. Be there or be square. Councilman Harris moves to adjourn the regular meeting, seconded by Councilman Caputa. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? All right, our meeting is adjourned.
Last one, then.